Now, joining me now are two of the most engaged of those parents, Asra Nomani, an old friend, founder of the Coalition for TJ, and Ian Pryor, executive director of FightForSchools.com. You were both at that unreal rally last night in Leesburg, Virginia, which really reminded me of the 2016 Trump closer. It had that much energy. But Asra, you were on the Ingraham Angle over a year ago warning about this anti-racism curriculum in our schools, so-called anti-racism curriculum in our schools. Now this issue is helping shift entire elections. Your thoughts about everything that's transpired tonight?
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. You don't even know how electric it is right now in this room. What the parents of Virginia have done is sent a clear message to every single person who has treated us like dirt. They are all here, all of the moms and dads. We are mama bears and papa bears, and we have said loud and clear, get your hands off of our cubs. You are gonna lose more races if you continue to treat us like dirt. And we have risen. We are loud and we are strong. And we are saying very clearly, see this? We are not going to allow you to claim our babies. None of this nonsense is going to be acceptable anymore.
Ian, your message was to the school board, our kids don't belong to you. They're our children. You're there to carry out basically our will, fairly teach education in a fair manner, in a useful manner. But the Democrats have completely missed this message all along. And last night, Democrat Virginia Senator Tim Kaine was still dismissing this.
Youngkin is trying to kind of create and then inflate a culture of grievance against schools and school teachers that doesn't really match up with the lived reality of people in most Virginia cities and counties.
Ian, the lived reality, what does Tim Kaine know about the lived reality?
Well, he's living in a different reality than the rest of us. You know, you look at the parents across Virginia, and this is really about them. I mean, they have done amazing work. And of course, you know, that goes for all the moms and dads in Virginia. But I got to give a shout out to the moms and dads in Loudoun County. You know, when we started this fight back in April, March, really with this school board, I said we could do this all day, every day. We could shine the spotlight of accountability on this school board. And they went out there and they worked all day, every day. They put on a suit of armor. They took the slings and arrows from intolerant neighbors, from the media, from school board members, from the Department of Justice, and we are still here and we're just getting started.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about Merrick Garland and the absolute defamation that's being launched against you, Ian, and Asra, and all the parents who've been involved almost on a daily basis. You're hearing it tonight on other networks, that this is more another example of the racism, systemic racism in our society. Virginia's going backward. Asra, I love how you go to all of your appearances with evidence. Like, you don't just talk about the issues, Asra. You have evidence in your hands. This is what's being taught, and you read from the books, because most parents are so busy, they're not even reading the books. Well, they are now. And I've got to give you huge props for what you've done, and you've put your neck out on the line, and you have been unstoppable in this fight.
We are so fierce, and I'll tell you, every single person behind me, they're the moms and the dads. They have been in the trenches. I can't even tell you. People are sort of like in between tears and just joy, because we have been suffering for so long. In Fairfax County, it's 12 Democrats that are on our school board. They have ignored us. They treated us like dirt. And Laura, you know this. I am a liberal Democrat feminist. And I will say now, for the first time ever, that I voted for Youngkin today for governor of Virginia. And I am going to be so proud to have him as our governor, because he did something remarkable that Terry McAuliffe forgot. He remembered that he was a dad, he is a father, and he is a parent. And this is our sacred duty. And all these amazing people behind me, they have sent me here with a clear message to the nation. Fight, parents, mama bears and papa bears, protect your cubs. And all of you politicians and activists and educrats who want to get in our way, get out of the way.
And I want you to speak, if you could, beyond Virginia tonight, which looks like it's going to be clearly Youngkin's night, to go beyond Virginia to the rest of the country. This issue, building on this issue of American history, love of country, national unity, a whole panoply of issues that have come up over the past year during the reign of terror of Biden. How does this get replicated in other states?
Yeah, well, I think it's really simple. I mean, for the past 10 years or so, the left has been so focused on the politics of division, right? Putting people in different boxes, pitting them against each other to win elections. And to really overcome that, you need a unifying issue, and you need brave people to fight for that unifying issue. Well, what you have is that unifying issue being children, and the brave people being parents that fight for their kids' education and for a future where they can succeed as mentally tough individuals in the real world. And right now, I mean, what we're going to see in 2022 is that parents are going to continue to rise, and they're going to continue to power candidates across the finish line in elections. And, if Democrats can't figure that out, they are going to get wiped out like never before.
And Asra, and also across party lines, you cross party lines tonight to vote for Glenn Youngkin. Do you think there will be enough Democrats in states like Colorado and Arizona moving forward who will say, I thought Joe Biden was kind of a moderate, but he's just totally given in to the squad and the far left. I've got to look elsewhere. Do you think that's going to start happening? This is the beginning of that domino effect?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you who knows this. James Carville. He knows this. For months, he has warned the Democratic Party that wokeism was going to destroy the party. And he should have known better. But he misguided Terry McAuliffe, or they didn't listen to him. But all of these smarty pants, right? Larry Sabato, I'm sure over on CNN, Van Jones, all these people, they're trash talking us. I am a Muslim woman of color, and I am telling you, we are not white supremacists. If this is what a white supremacist looks like, then you need to go back to, you need to get a time out. All of you need a time out. And you know what? We're going to send you to your rooms because we are the parents in this country who are awake, and we are going to guide this country because we know that you are not leading us right now. And I absolutely believe, Laura, there are so many Democrats like me because this nonsense, woke baby, this is nonsense. And
stupid.
All it does is it's illiberal and racist. And we want peace and goodness in our world.
And Terry McAuliffe's closing argument, you're going to be shocked to hear about this, was to bring in, well, a very, very, I'd say, compelling and attractive political figure. Watch.
What's happening right now is a bunch of misinformation because every educator knows parents must be our partners. And COVID has created huge anxiety and agita for everybody. We got to bring people together, not do what Youngkin is doing of pulling people apart.
Dogs across the country are covering their ears with their paws. And that was Randi Weingarten. Again, they're not learning. They're going further to the left on the very issues that have helped, it looks like, sink Terry McAuliffe and bring the Democrats to the edge.
Yeah, when I saw last night that Randi Weingarten was campaigning with Terry McAuliffe on the night before the election, I actually thought that maybe McAuliffe was trying to throw the race somehow, because there's just no way that anyone in their right mind would have Randi Weingarten campaigning for them on the night before the election. I mean, she is so divisive that I know plenty of Democrats that cannot stand her. They kept kids out of school for a year when they didn't have to, and he brings her out on the campaign trail the night before. What were they thinking? I am convinced that he tried to throw this thing.
Asra, you were at the town hall we did. I don't know, when was that? I don't even remember. It's all a blur. But it was back in March, and I think we're just so people understand how far ahead of this you were and the parents behind you on school closures, on critical race theory. Both students and parents were speaking out. Let's play. Yeah, we'll have that in a moment. But just so people understand, this didn't happen overnight. This has been building during COVID, when they would not reopen the schools for no reason, and students were sick of it. So here's what the Fairfax County parents told us. Watch.
There seems to be a lot of willingness right now among people in positions of power to sort of ignore the academic and emotional needs of our high schoolers.
Our experience at home with virtual learning was not good. It looked chaotic to me. And so we were very, very fortunate to see the handwriting on the wall, and we got our kids into private school.
Asra, they're all white racists, I guess, who are speaking out that. No, these were just parents like, we don't know what to do. Our kids are drowning. And here we go.
Yeah. And Laura, you were there with us. I want everybody who's watching this to know Laura Ingraham was with us as parents. I remember the summer of 2020, Laura, when I first came on and I spoke with you, and I didn't even know about the machine of the teachers union then, but you gave us voice. And what it was that this machine used the tragedy of George Floyd's killing to decide that it was open season on our little bear cubs. That's what they did. Randi Weingarten, the teachers unions, these activists, they decided it was their time to cash in. And you know what? We stood up back from the summer of 2020. That's when it began. It was my birthday, June 7th, that year, that our principal sent us a letter at my son's high school and said, we needed to check our privileges. The Asian, immigrant mothers and fathers from communist China and India. And you know what those parents did? The names like Youngkin and Suparna, they stood up and they tried to have meetings with Ralph Northam, the school board, the education secretary. And you know what they did? They all canceled their meetings. They never had meetings with them. And a little headline here, Terry McAuliffe, when we tried to have him speak to our parents, he asked for $20,000 for 1 hour with our parents. And Glenn Youngkin did not ask for a cent. And so this is the real conscience that we need to invigorate amongst all of our leaders, realizing that we're human beings. We're not some white supremacist,
it's ridiculous.
White rage. We are good people.
You just brought something up, and Ian, I want to now project forward to, again, all these so-called moderate Democrats. Jon Tester in Montana, Mark Warner in Virginia, Joe Manchin in West Virginia, Kyrsten Sinema, all these people across the country who campaigned as non-squad members. They're sensible Democrats. What should they be taking from this tonight? Because it's not just the parents and the education issue. This is a menu, a cornucopia of things that have gone wrong over the past 10 months, 11 months in the United States. So what does Joe Manchin see tonight that might change his thinking going forward?
Well, I think that they need to look to their states. They need to get away from this national political, echo chamber that you see the AOCs and the squads in. They need to get away from the cancel culture moment that really kind of helped lead to this. I mean, look, you go back to Loudoun County. This is where it started back in March, where you really fired parents up when you had 700 people in a group trying to cancel others, right? Because they disagreed with them. Well, guess what? They own this. They helped make this happen. People are sick of it. People are sick of people, trying to cancel them because they're intolerant of different viewpoints. So if I'm Joe Manchin and I'm Jon Tester and Kyrsten Sinema, I'm looking at my state and I am trying to lead with them in mind, not with, national politics and the pressure coming from the far left. Be a leader for your state. Stay local. All politics is local. Tip O'Neill said it. It's just as true today as it was then.
Well, a lot of people tonight are pinging me on my cell phone asking when Asra and Ian are going to start running for office, because both of you have made such an impact on this debate. And I thank both of you very much. I wish I was there with you now, both of you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.